Hey, Valentine's coming. I know guys usually give us flowers, but I think I should do the same. Banana bread. Huh? Banana bread. A wise man once said, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Give a man banana bread and he'll love you for a lifetime. Have you seen this video?
I'm Mr. Body Catcher, Slaughter Gang Soul Snatcher. Ain't no regular F-150, this a fucking rapper. No cap.
You haven't? Well, now we have. Seeing the question, I thought everyone would say the male equivalent of flowers are flowers. But surprisingly, everyone seems to agree on banana bread. Why is that? Why banana bread? Arguably one of the easiest things to bake. That's why in this video we are going to dive into socio-cultural reasons as to why banana bread is the male equivalent of flowers. I think everyone can agree on this. Men like gifts they can actually use. This isn't men being emotionally underdeveloped. This is just how men have been socially trained to interpret value. Consumer behavior research consistently shows that men lean more heavily toward utilitarian consumption, meaning they prefer items with clear function, purpose, and use value, while women are more likely to tolerate or even prefer hedonic or symbolic consumption, especially in gifting context. According to Ozan's findings on gender identity and consumption, men, on average, show higher alignment with utilitarian values, things that do something, solve a problem, or integrate into daily life, while hedonic value alone doesn't reliably register as meaningful unless it's paired with function. When people say it's the thought that counts, they're usually thinking in symbolic terms, but men are taught to read thoughtfulness through utility. Economist Joel Waldfogel explains this problem in Screwgonomics, where he argues that gifts fail when they don't align with the recipient's actual preferences or use value. A gift can be expensive, beautiful, and symbolically rich, and still feel disappointing if it doesn't fit how the recipient interacts with the world. That mismatch creates what he calls dead weight loss, effort without satisfaction. Flowers are symbolic. They're beautiful. They communicate affection, attention, and care. But functionally, they sit in water and die. Banana bread, on the other hand, is symbolic and utilitarian. It's sweet, it's thoughtful, it requires effort, and most importantly, it has a purpose. You eat it. Banana bread doesn't just say, I thought of you. It says, haha, get it? Banana bread can't talk? But seriously, that's why banana bread works as the male equivalent of flowers. Not because men are incapable of appreciating symbolism, but because symbolism combined with utility is the form of affection that they might appreciate more. Visible effort matters. Psychologically, experimental research shows that when gifts carry a higher behavioral cost, meaning more time, effort, or inconvenience, they are consistently perceived as more meaningful, even when their monetary value is identical to easier alternatives. Flynn and Adams demonstrated that people don't just evaluate gifts based on price. They evaluate how costly the behavior was for the giver. The harder it looks to do, the more it feels like love. And this matters even more in romantic context. Men trust action more than expression. Words are easy to say. Symbols are ambiguous. Effort is hard to fake. Banana bread is effort you can't hide because you have to make it. They took their time, studied how to make banana bread. They chose inconvenience when they could have bought something instead. They accepted the risk of failure that instead of a banana bread, they'd make a block of charcoal instead. Komi and others found that effortful gifts significantly increase feelings of obligation, trust, and perceived relationship strength compared to low-effort gifts, even when the material value is controlled. And men feel this immediately because men are raised in environments where affection is rarely said but done. Fixing things, showing up, doing the work, sacrificing time. Flowers still communicate affection, but banana bread communicates investment. You can buy flowers impulsively, but you cannot accidentally bake banana bread. You have to have the intent of baking one. People like gifts more when those gifts reflect who they are, not just that someone tried. Gino and Flynn show that gifts are evaluated far more positively when they align with the recipient's personality traits. It's not about cost or even effort at this point. It's about whether the gift communicates recognition. Don and others backs this up with what they call the gift of similarity. When a gift matches with the recipient's preferences, values, or habits, it strengthens relational closeness. When it doesn't, it damages the relationship. We also have to take in the fact that most men are not used to being noticed in that way. They're used to gifts that are generic, interchangeable, mass-produced versions of man stuff made by men, for men. Banana bread is not a default gift. It's not neutral. Not everyone would want a banana bread. It's not something you make for anyone. It implicitly says that you notice he likes food. You notice he likes banana bread. You might even notice what kind of food he likes and maybe also put it on his banana bread, like chocolate chips. Maybe you remember that he's a gym rat, so you also put in protein powder in his banana bread. Walker, Piller, and Mueller show that even mass customization, small personal tweaks, significantly increases satisfaction because it signals individuality. Banana bread is inherently customized. No two loaves are the same. The sweetness level, texture, toppings, and timing It's all different. That's why banana bread might work better. Giving someone flowers would tell them you love them. Giving someone banana bread would tell them you know them so much as a person you know they'd rather have banana bread. This is the part that some may consider a stretch, but we also have to talk about this. One sync, Chenny and Chan, found that comfort foods are deeply tied to nostalgia, emotional regulation, and attachment. These foods don't just taste good. They activate memories of care, warmth, and being looked after. Especially foods that are warm, homemade, and familiar. Banana bread is not exciting food you'd only get at a restaurant cooked by a multi-Michelin star chef. It's not impressive food. It's quiet, it's warm, it's reliable. It's banana bread. That's what makes it good. Reese describes comfort food as emotional scaffolding, something people unconsciously use to stabilize themselves during stress. Warm, home-style foods evoke memories of caregivers, domestic safety, and emotional predictability. This matters more for men than we usually acknowledge, because men are rarely socialized to seek comfort directly. They are taught to endure, to lock in, to deal with things internally by themselves, alone. That's why receiving comfort in a way of food, specifically banana bread, might hit differently for most men. It's not flashy, it's not performative, it's not something you'll see on your friend's Instagram story and you'll go, oh wow, it's calming. And for men who often live in a constant low-grade state of emotional self-management, being given something that calms instead of excites feels profound. Banana bread doesn't just taste good, it feels like being taken care of. You may not have noticed, but gifts come with pressure. Reciprocity pressure. The feeling that if you are gifted something, you have to do something back. Kammerer laid this out decades ago. Gifts function as economic signals and social symbols. They communicate intent, status, closeness, and they implicitly create expectations. A gift isn't just a gift, it's a move in a social exchange. This concept is elevated for men, because men are often hyper-aware of performance expectations in relationships. What am I supposed to do with this? How do I respond correctly? Did I underreact? Overreact? Do I now owe something equivalent? Experimental work by Kube, Marechal, and Pupe shows that gifts reliably trigger feelings of obligation and reciprocity, even when the giver explicitly says no expectations. The obligation is automatic. Once a gift enters the interaction, the relationship tightens, and so does the pressure to respond appropriately. On top of that, Lee and Ree found that gender moderates reciprocal consumer behavior. Men, on average, experience higher discomfort when gifts increase visibility or demand public emotional display. Flowers are high visibility. They are easily seen. Everyone knows symbolically that they are a form of romantic gesture. They then invite reaction. And with the existence of the internet and social media, the visibility gets multiplied even more, thus also multiplying the amount of pressure men feel. Banana bread quietly dodges all of that. It's low visibility. No one thinks that this guy received banana bread, they must be in a date or something. It's practical. It's unusual in a way. How should you even react if you receive banana bread? You don't have to put it on display. You don't have to prove you appreciated it. You just eat it. That's how you appreciate it. And psychologically, that matters because banana bread reduces the social performance load of romance. Reciprocity exists, but it's more manageable. Banana bread works as the male equivalent of flowers because not only is it practical, it takes effort to make. It is personal to some degree, and of course, it's comforting. Banana bread provides intimacy that can stay intimate. To be honest, I feel like I overanalyzed this question, but that's alright, I think. As long as the video is interesting. Personally, I think banana bread is the male equivalent of flowers because I would rather have banana bread than flowers. This is not to discredit the romantic symbolism of flowers that has been long ingrained in our history and culture, but to try and provide an explanation as to why men perceive gifts differently than women. This video may also speak about how society shaped men to be utilitarians. Or maybe you might find this video to be just entertaining and interesting like how I did when I first saw the video I mentioned in the beginning. I find it funny that I said a lot of things, but in the end, the answer might be just because bread tastes better than flowers, like that meme. So yeah, banana bread is the male equivalent of flowers, not because men are simple, but because sometimes the deepest romance is carbs, effort, zero expectations, and the freedom to shut up and enjoy eating bread. That's it for this video. I hope you like this one. If you like this video, don't forget to press the like button and subscribe to my channel. Also, thanks to everyone's support, the channel is now monetized. Special thanks to my channel members, Zoids126. By the way, if you join as a channel member in my channel, you will have the access to watch me edit my videos live, exclusive only to channel members. Join my Discord server, there we can talk about what videos I should put out next. Go follow all of my socials, which are linked in the description, and as always, subscribe if you like eggs. Go and make some banana bread.
Dude, I got some fucking banana bread at work today, dude. Hell yeah. My mom told me if I wait for things, like, good things will happen to me, dude. And fucking I waited for some things and I got some banana bread at work today, dude. Hell yeah. So it just goes to show that waiting for things is, like, worth it. But there's a lot of bad things in this world, dude. like fucking skunks, dude? Hell no. Scratching your eye, but it's still fucking itchy, dude? Hell no. The fucking Cubs, dude? Hell no. Like getting paid not a lot of money, dude, for fucking working? Hell no. But